and paramilitary rapid support forces continue to fight for control in the Darfur region. Airstrikes are reported to have killed at least 30 people in the city held by the RSF. Rebels in the east of the Democratic Republic of Congo are due to start a unilateral ceasefire. The group, which includes the Rwanda-backed M23 rebels, said they had no intention of seizing more territory. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is in Washington, where he'll become the first foreign leader to visit the White House since President Trump returned to office. Talks are expected to focus on the possible extension of the Gaza ceasefire deal. A gunman has opened fire at an Israeli military checkpoint near Jenin in the occupied West Bank. At least 7 soldiers were injured, 2 of them critically. Rights campaigners say China has eased some travel restrictions on Muslim Uyghurs, but still maintains tight control over the ethnic group. Human Rights Watch said a few divided families had been allowed to reunite. The main far-right party in France, the National Rally, says it does not intend to back a motion in Parliament that could bring down the government. The left-wing bloc is tabling a no-confidence motion after the Prime Minister, François Bayrou, pushed through a cost-cutting budget without a vote. Hundreds of people have continued to leave the Greek tourist island of Santorini, which has experienced hundreds of earthquakes since last week. Officials estimate about 6,000 tourists and residents have left Santorini and 3 neighbouring islands in the past 3 days. BBC News.
Welcome back to the Art Sale on the BBC World Service with me, Nikki Beattie, and if you've only just joined us, here's a rapid recap of what you missed in the first half of the show. My conversation with the award-winning British filmmaker Mike Leigh about his latest film, Hard Truths. And if you missed any of that, don't worry, you can catch up via the BBC Art Sale webpage. Coming up in this part of the show, in a moment, Coleman Domingo talks about working with former inmates in his prison set drama Sing Sing, the Korean-American author Joo-Hae Kim on her inspiration, and I'll be talking to the writer Nayantara Roy about her debut novel, The Magnificent Ruins. And still with me in the studio, our cultural critic, Katie Puckrick. The actor Coleman Domingo was Oscar nominated for his role as Rustin in the Netflix film Rustin in 2023. And he starred in movies The Colour Purple, If Beale Street Could Talk, and in the TV series Fear of the Walking Dead and Euphoria.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820, or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamb Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamb Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at Ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at Ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamb.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamb@gmail.com. Well Lamb Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio. This is UK. Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the
Okay, let me say massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the 4th day of February, the year 2025, at the time 10:56, a Tuesday edition of the morning show. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only. Yeah, man. Okay. So from now till exactly what will I call it, or what will I say? Till 12 o'clock, I'm going to be your captain. I'm going to make sure that anything that is happening, from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar, if it's making the headlines, be rest assured of one thing, that I'm going to be touching on it. So wherever you are, massive good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good dawn to you, and welcome to the morning show. But I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
Okay. So just stay tuned just a moment as the technical team just work out the camera for me. But let me say good morning to Mr. Francis Guy, my able producer, this morning, who is saying to, as usual, pressing every knob, tuning every knob, clicking everything, making the faders work and everything good there for you. I salute you, Mr. Guy, for the good work you are doing. A very good morning to you. A special good morning to Bishop Adesina Anthony Adedeji Aziz Shamsuddin. A good morning to Eben all the way in South Africa, Cape Town. Kwame, I hope you are doing very well. To all the Hammonds in Ghana, to the Beddies as well. I salute each and every one of you. To the one and only. Okay. To the one and only Shamsuddin, good morning. Tosino all the way in Moscow, good morning. Felix all the way in Aberdeen, good morning to you. Kojo D, Mr. Frank Davis, good morning. Mr. Olayomi Koiki, yes, my colleague and co-presenter, good morning to you as well. He's out of town, but hey, he's going to be getting back pretty soon. So wherever you are, once again, I say thank you very much for tuning in this morning. It is always a pleasure coming your way, and this morning we are going to do justice to that. So by way of program outline, let me put it this way. I'm going to bring you the quote for the day. The weather forecast will follow suit, then the travel update as well. We'll move on from there to look at some of the stories making the rounds this morning, and that is known as Global Trotting. After which we'll move on from there to look at the details of those stories, and then we continue at 11:45. The lines are open for you to add your voice to the discussions. Then at 12 o'clock, we bring the curtains down for the end of the program. So in the gist, that's what's going to happen. But wherever you are, don't touch the dial. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie, as I have said. Okay, so now let's crack on. And what have I got news for you? Oh, okay. Let's crack on. It's interesting how some people will just be bashing you left, right, center, virtually squeezing your neck. But that's enough. So I wouldn't go into details of that. All right then. Apologies. So let's kick off from the code for the day. And what does the code for the day say this morning? It says critically evaluate the impact of the decisions and actions you are making today on your future. Critically evaluate the impact of the decisions and actions you are making today on your future. So whatever we do today has an impact on our future, but it's all stems from how we evaluate it. Well, so that is by way of the weather. The code for the day take you straight to the weather front. Let's see what is happening when it comes to our weather this morning. Well, today will be dry for much of the day with variable cloud and bright intervals to start with. Now, cloud will thicken in the afternoon with a narrow band of rain pushing in from the west. Later on. It's going to be breezy though. Now tonight, the cloud and rain will soon clear in the early evening, leaving overnight period dry with largely clear skies and easing winds. A cold night for many. Now when it comes to the temperatures, the temperature is going to be 11 degrees. The lower is going to be 1 degree. UV level is going to be low. Pollution is going to be low. Sunset 16:55 and sunrise for tomorrow morning 07:35 hours, and that brings us straight to the travel updates. But as I would say, keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads as we keep you navigated. Our promise, our bond. So yes, those of you in London using an underground, apart from the central line that has got part suspension and severe delays, all the others are running a good service. DLR is running a good service, and London Cable Car good service. DLR is running a good service, and the London Tramlink good service there as well. On the central line, as I did say, no service between Marble Arch and White City, while the emergency services deal with the casualty on the track. Severe delays on the rest of the line, as I did say. The major roads in London, A40 Central London Red Route and South Circular A205 are all experiencing serious delays. If you can avoid them, do your best to do so. The Riverbanks is running a good service. London Cable Car, good service, bringing us straight to the final segment of the travel update. That is the National Rail. On the National Rail this morning, C2C, Gatwick Express, Great Northern, Merseyrail, ScotRail, Southern, Thameslink, Avanti West Coast are all experiencing special services and minor delays, respectively. Alright, so please check before you leave. But on that note, as I will do, or let me say it this way, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. Okay, let's take a commercial break. We come back. I take you global trotting.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? Boy, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
You are listening to Star Radio Morning Show.
Welcome back to the program. This is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London at 4 minutes past 11. So now let's move on. Let's go global trotting. Well, you can share with us what is happening in your area, of course, and I'll share it with all our outstanding, lovely worldwide listenership and viewership, and of course acknowledge you there as well. But from here and other parts of the world, this is what is happening. This is what is happening. Losing Letby's lawyers are applying for a case to be reviewed. Letby is serving 15 whole life prison sentences after being convicted of murdering 7 babies and attempting to murder 7 others. Well, they're saying it's not true. It's not true. Well, we've got some other evidence I'm going to be showing. That means that she didn't perpetrate the act. Or is it that they're saying that, well, not that magnitude. Yeah, she might have, or that. But whatever it is, I'm going to be getting back to you in a moment. And then weight loss jab checks to be tightened by pharmacies. When you go online, it was easy to do so. You just get it, then boom, 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 some answering some few questions, and then you get it. But now they say they're going to be scrutinizing it. Tributes have been coming in for a 15-year-old schoolboy who was stabbed, and Thomas Kingston's family called for antidepressant prescription change. Why? What I'm telling you more about that. And UK not choosing between US and EU, says Starr. Well, you want to play it safe, of course. If you go choose US, your next door neighbors, the EU, that when things happen, they are closer to you, right? What do you do with them? Okay. I'm going to bring you more on that front. In other stories making the round, El Salvador to accept violent U.S. convicts, deportees of any nationality. Both countries announced the unprecedented deal, which has alarmed critics and right groups. Well, we're going to be telling you more about all that. Okay, now still going on. In a bizarre showdown with America's neighbors, Trump blinked. China hits back as Trump's tariffs go into effect. Trump says he agreed to pause tariffs on Mexico and Canada for 1 month. Well, you want to know more, you have to just stay tuned because I'm going to bring you more on that front. But China is saying they've announced retaliatory actions as Trump tariffs take effect. Trump vows uncertainty and Xi Jinping sees an opportunity. So what's going to happen there? We're going to be telling you more about that. So moving on. Second woman confirmed dead in Australia's floods. And then in DR Congo, rebels declared ceasefire in DR Congo for humanitarian reasons. Well, are we going to be seeing anything good coming out from there? We'll see. Pro-Russia paramilitary leader killed in Moscow blast. Okay, we'll see who is that as well. And in some other stories, U.S. sovereign wealth fund could buy TikTok. Trump is saying he's bent on buying TikTok. Well, he thinks that it's a lucrative platform, so why not? And then they will try to say, because people are using that to spy on us, right? Good. Well. Starr Radio UK. Moving on. Uganda begins Ebola vaccine trial after new outbreak there as well. And then a Ghana football fan has been stabbed to death during match violence. We'll be telling you more about that. Where and when did that happen? Okay. On the African continent, okay, he was killed in Ghana. Football violence there. Okay. Moving on to the African continent. Some more stories from there as well. M23 families search for loved ones amid M23 rebel offensive. Some of the stories making the rounds there. As SADC and EAC summit to address Eastern DRC crisis in Tanzania. Well, what do you think? What is going to happen there? It's going to be quite an interesting one. But whatever it is, don't touch the dial. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. In Nigeria, Lagos lawmakers declare stands as details of GAC meeting on speakership emerged, and Tinubu selectively paid Kaduna government over 150 billion naira, alleges El-Rufai. Is that true or not? Nigeria passengers stranded in Nairobi airport back in Lagos. Information coming through. And Nigeria requires $20 billion annually to develop gas infrastructure, says NATI. And then electricity subsidy may hit 2.4 trillion this year. Wow, it's quite an interesting one and a challenging one for government when they find themselves in such a dilemma. Okay, MPs receive protocol slots in security recruitment. Afinyomakin is saying, and Professor Osei Sampeni urges Ghana's parliament to adopt emergency medical care. What is he talking about there? I'm going to be bringing you more about that. And then still there's suspension of 4 MPs. You can't sue Bagbin. Amwakuba is saying suspension of MPs. Bagbin should have engaged minority. No, it says they were involved in that chaos and whatever thing that went on there. And well, they have been shown the door. But what do you think? Okay. And it's going on further to the MPs must pay for damages at the appointment committee sitting. That's what Amwakuba is saying. Well, we'll see more about that as the program goes on. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. I did say this all the time. Power is transient. And well, at a point when MPP was in power, and we have Kwame Sefakai, one of the astound journalists in Ghana, interviewing people and doing all stuff. Well, got a point where the NDC decided, look, we're not going to be joining your panel on the programs on your radio or your radio show per se. But now that power changed hands, now they're calling on the NDC. Said, you know what? Let's bygone be bygone. Let's sleep in line and let's come back to the fold. But hey, are they going to do that? So let's see. I mean, it did happen here when the incumbent, the conservative government decided that they boycotted ITV. Yes, and at the time, I remember they will be calling on various entities to come on. When they call a representative of the Conservative Party, they never wanted to show up because they thought that the journalists were posing too many questions there that was actually denting their image. I remember when we had our own Bojo in government, they were not appearing, but now they are. So when power changes hands, or when you see that you are vulnerable, that you need that, you do change your ways, right? Okay, so let's see how that is all going to be panning out. But it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to 12 minutes past the top of the hour. Initial SIM registration was incomplete. That's what the Telecoms Chamber CEO is saying. So why didn't they say that while the previous government was in power? Why did they just shut up? But we're going to tell you more about all that. Well, Ablakwa, who is the head of the ORAL, the body that has been set to try to not investigate, but compile the list of entities who are alleged, suspected of amassing wealth illegally. Have I put it right? Perfect. Well, he is of the view that those ones need to be. He is saying that the vetting committee could come back. He could come back a second time to come and vet him, because there's somebody who say, you go to equity, you must go with the clean hand. He say, good, I got clean hands. So you want to bring it on, bring it on. But you want to know more, you got to stay tuned. Don't touch the dial. Exactly at 12 o'clock, the program will be brought to a close. But if you have any comments, feel free, post them on our platforms and we share it with our wonderful listeners. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, we're going to take a musical break, and once we come back, I will be bringing you the details of the stories that is making the rounds. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. From Tudora, Reverend Tudora Boache Answer, all the way in Oxfordshire. Tudora, good morning. And she says, before I formed you, enjoy and I'll be with you.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Because the stars one by one, that's the God who made you. He has taught you his own. Yes, he has got some you, sons of good, not evil. God of Elijah, he answers by fire. He's a living God, he can see, he can hear. He knows where you're up, he knows where you're down. These are his words, let every man hear. God of Elijah, he answers by fire. He's a living God, he can see, he can hear. He knows where you're up, he knows where you're down. These are his words, let every man hear. Before I formed you, you in the belly, I knew your name.
You are listening to Starr Radio Morning Show.
Before I formed you, you in the belly, yeah. Listen now, say a righteous Yes, monsters are ordered by God. So in times of trials, lift your eyes to the hills. He that keepeth Israel, he will watch over you. What they meant for evil, my God will work for your good. God of Elijah, he answers by fire. He's a living God, he can see, he can hear. He knows when you're up, he knows when you're down. These are his words, let every man hear. God of Elijah, he answers by fire. He's a living God, he can see, he can hear. He knows when you're up, he knows when you're down. These are his words, let every man hear. Before I form you in the belly, I knew your name. I called you by your name. Before I formed you in the belly, yeah. Now if you believe that, come on, let's say this to the world. He knows my name. He calls me friend. I have the key. He's on my side. Come on, he knows my name. He calls me friend. I have the key. He's on my side. Say he knows my name. He calls me friend. I have the key. He's on my side. Before I fall in the valley, I need your name. I call you by your name. Before I fall in the valley, say, God of Elijah, he answers by fire. He's a living God, he can see, he can hear. He knows when you're up, he knows when you're down. These are his words, let every man hear. Come on, rejoice, lift your hands up, give him praise, 'cause he knows, yes he knows, yeah.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo 1. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say order, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Star Radio UK, and this is the Tuesday edition of the morning show at 11:20, and we move on to the details of the stories making the rounds this morning. Once again, let me say good morning to Eben, all the way in Cape Town, South Africa. I hope you are doing very, very well. So let's crack on, starting from him here in the UK. Now, lawyers for convicted child serial killer Lucy Letby has applied to the Criminal Cases Review Commission, the CCRC, to investigate her case as a potential miscarriage of justice, the organization have said. Now, Letby, now 35, is serving 15 whole life prison sentences after being convicted of murdering 7 babies and attempting murder, of 7 others, including one she attacked twice. All the offenses took place between June 2015 and June 2016 while the nurse was working at a neonatal unit of the Countess of Chester Hospital. The announcement came minutes before a press conference organized Letby's legal team, where they claim a panel of experts on the care of newborn babies will present what they say is significant new medical evidence. The CCRC confirmed it had received a preliminary application in relation to Miss Letby's case, and work has begun to assess the application. The CCRC spokesperson said, "We are aware that there has been a great deal of speculation and commentary surrounding Lucy Letby's case. Much of it is from parties with only a partial view of the evidence. We ask that everyone remembers the families affected by events at the Countess of Chester Hospital between June 2015 and June 2016. The spokesperson said it was not the CCRC's job to determine innocence or guilt in the case, and said that it was a matter for the courts. Now, the body said it will now assess the application and determine whether there was new evidence which presented a reasonable chance of a conviction being overturned. Opening the press conference after the CCRC announcement, MP Sir David Davis, who has been assisting Letby's legal team, described her convictions as one of the major injustices of modern times. Retired medic Dr. Shu Lee, who co-authored a 1989 academic paper on air embolism in babies, said a panel of 14 experts had compiled an impartial evidence-based report. Well, if there is evidence that she didn't actually do that, and it's a miscarriage of justice, but I pray the CCRC to look into it and give her another chance for the legal team to prove it. Well, when it comes to the rule of law, it's more to do with evidence. So you have enough evidence, then yeah, that's why you give a dog a bad name, then you can hang it. Because if there's evidence that this dog did that, oh boy, it's a bad dog. He attacked that baby and killed that one for sure. You know that it will happen. But well, it's all coming away from Star Radio UK. And another story, health issue as well. Online pharmacists will now have to employ stricter checks to stop people who are already a healthy weight or have a history of eating disorders buying weight loss jabs. They will no longer be able to dispense the medication sold under brand names such as Wegovy and Monjaro to patients who have just completed online questionnaires or sent photos. In-person or video consultation will be required to verify patients' body mass index, along with information from GPs on medical records. And pharmacists failing to follow these new guidelines or guidance could face enforcement action, including fitness to practice, investigation or inspection, and conditions such as improvement plans, the General Pharmaceutical Council has said. The GPHC is worried about both unsafe prescribing and potential supply issues with some online pharmacies reportedly setting targets to process a certain number of prescriptions per hour. Okay, so some are just interested in making the money, the kudi. All right then, the l'argent. All right then. So let's see how it's all going to be panning out there. Hopefully they will use that to get those who are not actually, or those who don't need that, out of the way. In another health story as well. Today I'm bringing you a lot of health stories, but after that then I'll bring you some more political or economical story there. All right. Now nearly 700,000 women are to be recruited to take part in an NHS artificial intelligence breast cancer screening trial across the UK. 5 different AI platforms will be tested across 30 sites from April to see if the technology can spread up diagnosis as well as free up radiologists. It comes as the government launches a call for evidence to help to shape its national cancer plan, which is due to be launched later this year. AI is already being tested in NHS in a variety of ways, including helping to deliver cancer treatment, managing waiting lists, and checking cancer scans. However, this is the biggest trial yet covering breast cancer. Women who are already booked in for routine NHS screening will be invited to take part in the £11 million early detection using information technology in health aided trial. Now, screening is offered to those between the ages of 50 and 53, and then every 3 years until they turn 71. The appointment X-rays known as mammograms are taken to look for cancers they are too small to see or feel. Well, if it's working for the people, why not? Let's see. But again, those in our communities, when they are invited for things like that, most of them don't want to attend, and we want to say yes by faith. You say something, I bind it, and then we curse it, then we do all stuff. Yes, to your faith add wisdom. All right. Yes, it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Moving on. The UK is not choosing between the US and the EU. Prime Minister Keir Starmer has said after President Donald Trump threatened the Union with trade tariffs. Over the weekend, Trump announced 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico, which have both since been paused, and said he will take similar actions against the EU, but suggested a deal could be worked out with the UK. Now, as if he would be willing to water down attempts to forge closer ties with the EU in exchange for keeping the US on side, Keir said both relationships were important to the UK. Now that for me isn't new. I think that's always been the case, and will be the case for many years to come, he added. The Prime Minister told a press conference in Brussels it was early days when it came to tariff talks with the US, and he backed open and strong trading relationships. Keir was in Belgium to meet NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte and attended talks with the EU leaders, the first Prime Minister to do so since the Brexit. Well, it's a wise move. Yeah, you don't tilt too much to the left and then the right will say aha, or tilt too much to the right and the left will say aha. So you balance it, right? Good one. In other stories making the rounds, well, Trump's tariffs. Now, China has announced retaliatory tariffs on some American goods as U.S. tariffs on all Chinese goods come into force. The Chinese tariff due to begin on Monday will put a 15% import tax on U.S. coal and liquefied natural gas, plus 10% on crude oil, agriculture machinery, pickup trucks, and some sport cars. The 10% tariff on all Chinese imports to the U.S. began at 0 hours ET Eastern Time on Tuesday. That is 05 hours GMT. Proposed U.S. tariffs on 25% on Canadian and Mexican goods have been postponed after last-minute talks. Now, this isn't a new trade war yet, but it's a new front in one that's seen been rambling away in the background for years. Now, there have been important taxes in places on more than half the stuff the world's two biggest economies sell each other since September 2018. Trump began imposing them in his first term to counter what he said was unfair Chinese trading practices. In particular, Beijing giving financial help to its companies was against the rules, but the Chinese government also placed restrictions on how U.S. companies operate in China. Now, tariffs were expanded under former President Joe Biden's watch. These latest tariffs mean everything China sells to the U.S. faces tariffs and increase the amount of American goods that will attract the charges. Despite the tariffs, trade has continued to flow, which is why the head of World Organization Trade, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, is amongst those to say it has been resilient even as the global economy has become more fragmented. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. How do you see all this trade war? At the end of the day, somebody say you and I are the ones who will be bearing the brunt of it. And how prepared are we for that? But well, as we did say earlier on, Trump has decided to suspend for 30 days the hefty tariffs on Mexico and Canada that he threatened after last-minute negotiations with the two U.S. neighbors. He can point to concessions on border and crime enforcement as a victory, but Canada's Justin Trudeau and Mexico's Claudia Sheinbaum also can claim political wins. A trade war that would send economic shockwaves through North America and beyond is on hold for now. So who blinked first? And what happened next? Now, President Trump's high-stakes confrontation with the United States' closest trading partners appears to have paid off, with both Mexico and Canada agreeing to stricter border security and taking bigger steps to address fentanyl trafficking. The strategy is to leverage the U.S. economy to force concession from other countries, notches a win for Trump's America's First agenda, allowing him to follow through on core domestic issues without American consumers feeling the sting of the economic consequences of a continental trade war. His tariff playbook is hardly new. Trump's tariff on steel and aluminium during his first term prompted backlash from Mexico, Canada, and European Union, but economists say those measures were more limited in scope. This time, Trump has promised sweeping tariffs on goods from Mexico and Canada and China, which is still set to see 10% tariff increase on goods starting this morning. But it remains unclear whether Trump will follow through on his threats to Canada and Mexico once the 30 days deadline is up. That uncertainty stirs fears that could see businesses reducing their reliance on American markets, holding off on investing in building new factories or hiring workers until the trade stands off becomes more clear. Of course, you don't want to invest when you're not sure of how the market, the ground itself, the location where you want to implement or bring up whatever business or factory is going to be. You don't want to do that unless you know for certainty that your investment is secured. So, well, we'll all follow it very closely to see what is going to happen there. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. But in another twist of event, well, El Salvador has offered to take in criminals deported from U.S., including those with U.S. citizenship, and house them in its mega jail. The deal was announced after U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio met Salvadorian President Nayib Bukele during his visit to the Central American nation. Now, Bukele, whose iron-fist approach to gangs has won him plaudits from voters, but being heavily criticized by human rights groups, said he had offered the U.S. opportunity to outsource part of its prison system. Rubio said the U.S. was profoundly grateful to Bukele, adding that no country ever made an offer of friendship such as this. Bring all your criminals to my house. Let them come and live in my house because I'm going to be cracking down on them. And then what? Rubio said the U.S. Rubio told reporters that he offered a house in his jail's dangerous American criminals in custody in our country, including those with U.S. citizenship and legal residency. Referring to two of the region's most notorious transitional crime gangs, Rubio added that El Salvador would also take in deported migrants and criminals from any nationality, be the MS-13 or Tren de Aragua. Now, Bukele later confirmed the offer on X, specifying that we are willing to take in only convicted criminals, including convicted U.S. citizens, into our mega prison in exchange for a fee. He added that the fee will be relatively low for the U.S. but significant for us, making our entire prison sustainable. Now, when you have whatever you have at the moment, I mean, well, it's going to be a hard, what do you call it? Hard sentence there. But well, oh boy. There's some pictures that I've got here. Those who have tattooed their faces and all that in the prison who have been captured in a picture. So can you just imagine you going in there? Oh boy. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, moving on to the Middle East as well. Netanyahu seeks strong backing from Trump as first foreign leader to visit. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is set to become the first foreign leader to meet Donald Trump at the White House in his second term on Tuesday at a critical juncture for the Gaza ceasefire. After his arrival in Washington, the Israeli ambassador to the U.S., Yachil Leto, who took up his post 1 week ago, described this as an historic visit. On X, the U.S.-Israel friendship is strong and is getting stronger, he added. Trump has claimed credit for sealing the initial 6-week ceasefire deal, halting 15 months of war between Israel and Hamas. So far, this had led to 13 Israeli and 5 Thai hostages being freed and 583 Palestinian prisoners released in exchange. However, Netanyahu, facing a struggle for his political survival, has repeatedly stated that the existing Gaza deal is for a temporary ceasefire and that Israel has reserved the right to return to fighting against Hamas, saying this would have U.S. backing. Already, one of the veteran Israeli Prime Minister's far-right allies has quit his coalition over what he described as reckless deal. Another has threatened to leave if the military offensive does not resume. If he left, the government will lose its majority. So let's see what is happening there. Well, if there's not been any attacks from Hamas, is there a point in Israel still going on the attack? Or what do you think about all that? It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, let's move on. In France, a former surgeon who is accused of abusing hundreds of young patients, often while they were under anesthesia, is set to go on trial this month in the largest child abuse trial in French history. Joël Sconek, 73, is accused of assaulting or raping 299 children, the majority former patients of his between 1989 and 2014, mostly in Brittany. It is likely to raise uncomfortable questions over whether Les Cornet was protected by his colleagues and his management of the hospital that employed him, despite an FBI warning to the French authorities that he had been consulting child abuse website, after which he was given only a suspended sentence. A staggering number of opportunities to stop the former surgeon from having contact with children appear to have been missed or rejected. The members of his family also knew of Les Cornet's pedophilia, but failed to stop him. It is claimed it was the family of martyrs, which meant this his abuse was allowed to continue for the case. One lawyer involved in the case said Les Cornet, once a respected small town surgeon, has been in jail since 2017 when he was arrested in suspicion of raping his niece, now in their 30s, as well as a 6-year-old girl and a young patient in 20s. In 2020, he was sentenced to 15 years imprisonment. After his arrest, police searched his home and found child-sized sex dolls, more than 300,000 child abuse images, and thousands of images of meticulously compiled diaries in which Les Cornet is alleged to have logged assaults he carried out on his young patients over 25 years. He denied assaulting or raping children, arguing that his diaries merely details his fantasies. In several instances, however, he had also written, "I am a pedophile." Les Cornet is facing more than 100 rape charges and more than 150 charges of sexual assault. So let's see how that case pans out. Wow. I bet anyone who had their child there, he's saying to them, will be getting their face ready. They really will want to go in there. Whoops! But well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. We're still moving on. In Nigeria, 5 men have been sentenced to death by hanging in Nigeria's Kano State for the 2023 murder of a woman they accused of witchcraft. The convicted men attacked Dahari Abubakar, 67, as she was working on her farm, beating and stabbing her to death. Now, Miss Abubakar's family went to the authorities, and the suspects were swiftly arrested in the village 45 kilometers from Kano, the largest city in the northern region, Nigeria. The case gained attention across the country and raised discussion over how people in rural areas continue to be murdering following witchcraft accusations. The ones who make the claims without any proof believe that those they accuse are responsible for either a death or a family member's sickness or misfortune. Given his ruling, Judge Osman Naba said the prosecution had proven its case against the 5 men beyond reasonable doubt. The prosecutor, Abba Sorondiki, said he hoped the judgment will deter others from making wrongful accusations and then taking matters into their own hands. The court heard the victims was murdered after the sick wife of one of the accused, Abdulaziz Yahya, had a dream that she was being pursued by Miss Abubakar, who was holding a knife. Yeah. How many times haven't you dreamt that somebody's following you or doing something to you? Maybe you see the face, but it's not that person, is it? Well, spiritual things. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, this is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Africans are so spiritual. We are involved in so many spiritual stuff that we get ourselves even confused. Okay. Let's move on. One other story from Nigeria, and then we'll move on from there. This is Starr Radio UK. The lines are open. You can hop in and bring your take on any of the issues that is being discussed there. It's all coming away from Starr. Now, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission yesterday arraigned 58 foreign nationals comprising of Chinese and Filipinos before a federal high court in Lagos on charges of alleged myth impersonation, fraud, and attempts to destabilize Nigeria's constitutional structure. They were separately arraigned before Justice Ayokunle Faji, Justice Chukwu Jeku Aneke, and Justice Deninde Depelo, and Justice Alexander Owoye, respectively. The commission earlier in the day discussed or secured an interim forfeiture order of digital assets valued at $222,000 over fraudulent activities alleged linked to Chinese and Filipino nationals. Justice Owoye granted the interim forfeiture order following a motion ex parte moved by Zenat Atiku, prosecution counsel with the EFCC. Some of the defendants who are arraigned before 4 separate courts, the names I will not be able to bring that your way. But well, those are some of the stories making the rounds this morning. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Now let's come to Ghana as well. Okie dokie. The minority leader, member of parliament for Efutu, Alexander Fenyomakin, has confirmed that members of parliament receive protocol slot for recruitment in Ghana security services. Now, speaking with some journalists, he said the practice as a long-standing convention that benefits MPs from both the ruling and opposition parties. His revelation came during discussions on the vetting of Minister-designate Dr. Omane Boama. Fenyomakin acknowledged the existence of protocol lists in the security recruitment process. He explained that the MPs are often asked to submit names of qualified constituents for consideration, a practice he benefited from even when he was in opposition. This is true, Fenyomakin stated, when I came into parliament in 2013 from the opposition, I saw that because of the pressure from our constituents, the ministers responsible would ask us to submit names. I benefited when I was in opposition, and that is true. He explained that these protocol slots are not handed out arbitrarily, but are reserved for qualified candidates. MPs are expected to ensure that nominees meet all recruitment requirements, including age limits, academic qualification, and body selection processes. When we came into government, our friends also benefited, but sometimes I wonder why they fail to admit it. He noted, I remember Dr. Ken Kumbo, when he was defense minister, gave us a protocol slot. Those of us on the Defense and Interior Committee received them. Now, when Dominic Initiwu became defense minister, I also allocated protocol slots to both NDC and MPP MPs. Ambrose Derry did same. And Fenyomakin insisted that the practice is a standard one among MPs and not a means to bypass merit-based recruitment. It is not that an unqualified person is recruited, but rather a qualified person is given an opportunity through their MPs, he emphasized. Is it? And do they all get selected? Or some fall along the side of the road? Quite an interesting one, as my Caribbean friends would say, innit? Okay, well, let's move on. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right, let's look at one other story from here before I move on. Dr. Richard Amwakuba, former head of political science department at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, has called on members of parliament to bear the cost of damages caused during proceedings at the appointments committee sitting. This comes on the back of the Speaker of Parliament suspended some 4 MPs following chaotic scenes at the Appointments Committee hearing on January 30 and 31. The Speaker's action has caused widespread debate over the legality and fairness of the move. Speaking this morning, Dr. Mwakuba expressed his frustration over MP's refusal to take financial responsibility for damaged equipment, including microphones. He said, you have to put them on notice that this nonsense will not continue anymore. He stated, it's not even a harsh punishment. How much do you just speak mics and so forth? This is what just bear with me. Okay, let's bear with me. This comes on the back of the speaker's suspension. Now he goes over, he comes the situation, students damaging property, pointing out that in such cases parents are held accountable. So if the adults have done same, why shouldn't they? Why shouldn't they? This is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right. Okay. Yes, bear with me. Yes. My apologies there. At 8 minutes to the top of the hour. So, do you think that they should search out the MPs at the vetting committee for the damages that was caused there? What do you think? Somebody say, what is good for the goose is good for the ganders, right? So, if the individuals, if students go on a rampage, destroy things, and we say, yeah, the students will have to pay for it, then the same way, I believe that children, MPs who are supposed to know better will have to also pay for that. It's all coming away from Starr Radio. Okay, so yes, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to 8 minutes to the top of the hour. Professor Osei Sampany just bear with me. Okay. Professor Osei Sampany urges Ghana's parliament to adopt emergency medical care system. The leading forensic pathologist and senior lecturer at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Professor Paul Osei Sampany, has made a compelling case for the introduction of emergency medical care system in Ghana's parliament. His calls come on the heels of growing concerns about the lack of emergency medical services within the parliamentary premises, a situation he described as both alarming and avoidable. The issue was first raised by Professor Dr. Grace Ayensu Dankwa, Member of Parliament for Esikado Ketan and trauma surgeon during a parliamentary session on January 29, 2025. Speaking passionately on the floor of the House, she highlighted the urgent need for the first aid measures, including automated external defibrillators and emergency response training for parliamentary staff. Now, Professor Ayensu Dankwa lamented the absence of basic emergency medical kits and services for lawmakers and their staff, stressing that such deficiencies could have dire consequences on life-threatening situations. Her concerns have since sparked a broader conversation about the health and safety of Ghanaian legislators. So are we saying that, well, we have to go and check them all up before we allow them? Well, He said, as someone who conducts extensive research and publishes papers on psychiatric related conditions which border on psychiatry, I believe that individuals, especially those in high ranking positions, should be required to declare not only their assets but also their health and medical records, including mental health assessment. These records should be subjected to periodic review to ensure they are fit, both physically and mentally, to serve. Professor Sampany expressed concern that some members of Parliament may be battling undiagnosed mental health condition which could affect their decision making and performance in office. So does that mean that some of the behavioral things or behavior that we see in Parliament, throwing things, breaking things, can't control our anger and stuff like that? Are you trying to say that some of them are, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. Okay. Well, it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. All right. Now, one final story and then we go away. I've been talking about the fact that Donald Trump, and all we know, has paused or withdrawn all U.S. aid, okay, or cancelled it or suspended it, whichever term. The future of the U.S. government's main overseas aid agency had been cast into doubt, with employees locked out and the Trump administration planning to merge it with the U.S. Department of State. The United States Agency for International Development, that's USAID, will continue to function as a branch of the State Department, but the plan involves a significant reduction in its funding and the workforce. Information coming through. Saying on Monday, Secretary of State Marco Rubio accused USAID leadership of insubordination and said he was now its acting head. Now, U.S. President Donald Trump and one of his top advisors, billionaire Elon Musk, have been strongly critical of the agency, but the move to shut it down could have a profound impact on humanitarian programs around the world. The United States Agency for International Development was set up in the 1960s to administer humanitarian aid programs on behalf of the U.S. government around the world. It employs around 10,000 people, 2/3 of whom work overseas. It has bases in more than 60 countries and works in dozens of others. However, most of the work on the ground is carried out by other organizations that are contracted and funded by USAID. The range of activities it undertakes is vast. For example, not only does USAID provide food in countries where people are starving, it also operates the world's gold standard famine detection system, which uses data analysis to try to predict where food shortages are going to be emerging. Now, much of the USAID budget is spent on health programs such as offering polio vaccinations in countries where the disease still circulates and helping to stop the spread of viruses which have the potential to cause pandemic. Well, it's put it out. And the question is, what are our leaders going to do on that front? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. We're going to take a commercial break, and once we end that, and then I'll bring you my last music, and then we'll bring the program to a close. And then there will not be a live program until Monday, next Monday. Due to some technical work that's going to be going on during the course of the day. However, from tomorrow dawn, we're going to be bringing you prayer time with Reverend Michael Esiama. Command your morning. Yeah, that program is going to be coming your way. So Reverend Michael Esiama and all the team they're going to be bringing that program. So please make sure your dials are locked on there every morning and enjoy that program. On that note, let me say thank you very much and God richly bless you till I come your way on Monday. It's been me, Archie. A commercial break and we come back to you.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming,
and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I bring the program to a close for today. As I did say, God willing, I'll be back on Monday. Yes, we'll be bringing you all the other programs. KB Bossman, yes, should be back on Thursday, and then we'll be bringing you on Friday, on Sunday as well, the live church broadcast and the faith hour as well. Yes, our faith. Okay, but this Zongoman saying, where is the dollar? The US aid is gone. So what are leadership going to do now? Enjoy it. When that song ends, you don't hear from me. It's been me actually saying, have a top of the day. Bye-bye for now.
$10 and one man no get. Hey, hey, hey. 10 men share $10 and one man no get. It's a disgrace. Where is the dollar? 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 Give gorilla bananas to give to monkey. Hey, hey, hey.